yeah, let's jump right in, and I'm gonna go to the toilet. I'll be right back.
So Baby does not have any smashes in his mono red, and also does not have. So he has no real improvement removal.
Wait, I need to see his list on Discord. Okay, now I can see. Oh, wait, Baby cut the sucker punches?
Not so much cut, he didn't want to add a bit.
No, there was a while he was running it.
Oh, okay.
No precedence either.
Going for an early duel.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to play this matchup. You wanna take out their heroes early, threaten a lot of damage, because then Black like really struggles to get back into these lanes.
Well, he's getting 2 kills on turn 1, and with that kill, he's not putting himself into a pickoff or hip fire range. So I like that. Now Dick's got to decide which lane to go into. He decides to play so far into lane in the middle lane, probably because the last lane is just kind of too wide for him. But
wait, he will?
Isn't locked in yet. No, there we go. See if we get the Bristle back into the Tinker matchup. He dodges it. He does have a pick off though for last lane, if he wants to pick off the LC.
Takes it.
Which, oddly enough, does open up a space for this Stonehall, which is the only other card that Baby can play besides the item. The one sad thing about his hand, he does have 3 Brawlers, so he drew one of them. But he does have that TOT. Although I feel like in this matchup, sometimes TOT isn't that great, because sometimes you get in this cycle of just being killed. That TOT doesn't do anything. He punishes him with the other pickoff.
I think TOT, this matchup depends on who's ahead. If you're from behind, like, TOT just feels like you played 8 mana for nothing, and you just die after.
And a lot of times you can struggle, I feel like, to get at least a 2-man off. Sometimes you have to 1-man it. So we'll see how this works. He does have a high diQ has a high mana cost hand with 2 coups, an assassinate, and a chain frost. So neither person is really able to put pressure on the other one.
Yeah.
With early game creeps. Which I think tends to favor Black a bit more.
Alright, so status report. Not a lot of damage done on the towers, although it seems like Baby's got the slight advantage. How are we doing in terms of gold? Did diQ purchase any items until now?
No, he's not.
No.
He's been struggling. Alright.
He hasn't got any gold items. We had 2 hero kills in the first turn. For diQ lost 2 heroes. But he responded with a pickoff in the 3rd lane to get a hero kill of his own. I'm not the biggest fan of this blink. It's very easy to assassinate that Tide, and he doesn't have any other blinks.
Ooh, but now you see why.
Well, at least he uses it.
He's threatening to kill both heroes in lane 3 with that blink though. He's
got enough magic probably at last turn.
This is a huge swing on the tower though.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, and he's I think he's got nothing really to do to punish this.
Do you not pump the exiles? Maybe not.
No, you need the gold. So
now the question will be, will Baby be able to push enough damage through in the second lane, and can he then punish lane 3? I mean, the fact is that diQ doesn't have any heroes coming in, so if he does get that double kill, he's got a whole round to just play whatever he wants, and it's a 6-man round as well, so that could be could represent a lot of damage on lane 3. But
yeah, there's no way that diQ is not preventing those heroes from dying if Baby plays this right. Because if he hip fires, then he just Kraken shells. But whether or not he puts the March down is the real question here. Because he could put March lane 1 and then use the hip fire to kill that as well.
Come face me.
all right.
Decides not to do that, so this is going to be critical. He's definitely going to take lane 1, but it all comes down to... Oh, he only gets the cloak.
He's got the Berserkers, so it's really important, actually, if he does get the cloak, yeah. All right.
He needs initiative. The problem is that he could have easily gotten initiative if he had done the March into hip fire move. But now Baby has the Kraken shell, so if he tries to do like a coup, then he'll automatically have initiative.
I need to prepare.
Jeez, this bounty is proccing like a champion. So his options are essentially... I mean, the Tyler state is an option as well, because what can you really do with 5 mana? Not much. The bounty looks like a prime target for that cloak as well.
Yeah, this is one of those precarious turns. Whatever he does will make a big difference. He may also just want to hit fire to protect the disciple, to give an 80 pressure, but
yeah, so if Baby really wants to commit, he can duel the PA, or he can drop a Bronze Legionnaire in front of the bounty and then duel the PA. He will keep the tower alive. It's just...
Yeah, he was forced to put the cloak on, because if he didn't, then he would have lost to the duel, to Berserkers.
There's a reason I'm
That's why I mentioned also the state sensor. He could have potentially dropped the state sensor first. But, I mean, I will say diQ is investing a lot. He's getting the tower. Okay, it seems like there's no question anymore. He's getting the tower, but he has also committed a lot into it. And look at the other lanes, though. It's like that Lich is gonna get killed.
The Legion has arrived.
Oh no, because he has initiative. Excuse me.
Well, he'll use the Kraken here.
You use the Kraken, you kill the Lich, and you've got 2 free lanes to pump damage through.
Yeah. Although, with Tinker
those
coming
draws.
down and with Sniper, that'll be good. Oh, and those draws. Oh my God. 2 Chain Frosts, an Assassinate, 2 coups.
So, you gotta phase boots to place these heroes better for next round, right?
Somewhat, but part of me feels like you put the phase boots there, maybe on the axe, that he can't
Much
assassinate you.
To me, old friend.
That's what he's really got to worry about next turn, is just like double assassinates and chain frost. It's very easy to flip one of these lanes still over.
Tide's got a blink next round though, so can potentially also bring that over to use the Ravage in the subsequent round, which will also be TOT round, so it's looking tough for diQ, I'd say. But
Yeah, with no blinks. He still has no blinks.
yeah. And no gold generation, no paydays, but he does have the laser and the headshot, and that might make a difference in the mid lane. Let's see.
The funny thing is he almost kind of wants to put the sniper in the first lane to get the headshot, but then he needs at least them in the middle lane or in the last lane. He opts to not put a hero different every lane, so that's a little interesting.
I don't think he can afford to put a hero into last lane.
No.
Like, he needs the bodies in middle.
But this is going to be brutal anyway, because he can just assassinate the axe and then chain frost into headshot laser. Right? He's just going to be... This Bristol is going to have to get cloaked and healed and blink into mid, it feels like.
Oh, he's doing the hip fire move.
Oh yeah.
escapes me.
No one can stand against the ingenuity of the keen.
I took it for granted that he was gonna assassinate the axe.
I think is he knew that Baby had a blink from last turn.
During my sight.
Makes sense. Headshot will kill the LC, and the axe can be neutralized by the laser.
The power of science.
Oh, he allows the heal on the LC. He's afraid of berserkers, obviously. So this is actually very heads-up play because there is a berserkers in Baby's hand. So well played by diQ.
You can't fight a superior force.
He's gonna go for it anyway. Yeah, so it was a tricky situation. He didn't really have a way out of it.
Peekaboo.
Gotta get that cloak on though.
Glorious Stonehall!
He's gotta get this axe out of assassinate range, but he knows that. He's played a lot of mono black. And it's
Yeah, now he just blinks the tide.
he can drop
Springs
the,
me-
yeah, I was gonna say he can drop the pillager,
just the
force the march to come in there.
Wait, he goes first.
He wants to go first so he
Spring,
can
yeah.
spring.
And also potentially prevent blinks to mid,
I'll
right?
make quick work of our enemies.
Oh, I did not even notice he had a second blink. Okay.
That's very interesting. Probably gonna get away with that,
Might
but
of the red mist is unmatched.
that could potentially be. That might make it. But probably not. The lane's so wide, and then he's got the brawler.
Yeah.
Did get a blink though, so that's good on diQ side.
Now he's gonna probably have to, if he wants to move out of lane 1, he has to coup the tide, which sucks. And he's trying to defend third. Can he do it? I want to see those placements. Oh, a double march. He can potentially do it. It's gonna be, he's gonna take a lot of commitment, but he has drawn so many cards. It's like actually feasible.
I don't know. I don't really know how he. I think he's just doing that maybe to prevent the 80 push. I'm assuming he's gonna try to do something in the mid lane by getting rid of Tide and then blinking one of his heroes up.
Well, just the March plus a Chain Frost potentially cleans the last lane up and holds initiative for him for the subsequent round, so... Alright. This makes sense. He really has to do this. Now the bounty can go mid. Try to contest, but it's going to be a time of triumph lane, so it's going to suck for him.
Yeah, but he will be able to coup at least one of those heroes if he wants to. Or he could do the March
They
play.
won't escape me.
Oh, he's going left.
Wait, what?
Okay, that's a weird move. 'Cause I'm still not sure how he even prevents damage in last, because what's he gonna...
Didn't
I guess he's gonna
March.
block with the Tyler State?
I mean, he's banking on the Chain Frost, presumably.
Yeah, but he's gotta block the Brawler. And there's no way a Chain Frost is gonna clear that.
So I wonder if Baby is considering springing now instead of
He has to
King.
block the Brawler, and he also has to block the melee creep. But he's only got one blocker, and there's no way that Chain Frost kills that.
So I feel like Baby has to just TOT,
None of you are
and
walking away.
then next round he can double deploy into third and spring and TOT again. So this...
I think he's just gonna take third. I don't know how he stops the damage here.
I always find my mark.
The Chain Frost is not clearing this Brawler out.
This is worthy of me.
He could gank it,
What is-
and what else can he do? Drop the Disciple in front?
The estates
not what he's doing.
gladly pay for your
Oh, he's just gonna block with the Disciple. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see that one. But
See how your army grows strong.
still, that's...
I love my job.
It doesn't feel great.
Baby's got another 2 TOTs. He's got another TOT, so he just literally just has to be in like 2 heroes in the last lane.
He can even drop a hero in first lane to spring and then blink the beast from mid into third.
Oh, he didn't get a... Oh, he has a blink on beast. Okay, my bad.
So yeah, he goes for the play that I called. And he's got initiative as well. Oh, the sniper's going first? That's gonna be an enough magic. I have to assume.
Yeah, Sniper should be going mid if he's going to play him anywhere other than last lane.
Yeah, it feels like diQ gave up mid too easily, right?
Yeah, as Black, you want to play all 3 lanes.
15 seconds remaining.
I think he should have tried to defend mid lane more so.
Alright. Going for it.
I guess he was worried about a Primal Roar is what he was worried about.
Yeah, I can see that, but at the same time, now he can at least try to coup the beast before he jumps. And he's got a Kraken shell, so he can... Baby can spring and keep initiative.
Yeah, and he does all he has is the assassinates and ganks, which don't do too much. There's no real good targets for any of
I
those.
presume you assassinate the bristle, so you try to chain frost him potentially. Then you have to coup that bristle, so
Maybe. He kind of needs to keep initiative for to coup the. Yeah, he's got to coup the Beastmaster. Oh, why did you give initiative away, baby?
he's gonna take it back with the Kraken shell,
Yeah.
I believe.
No, but he doesn't know what is. He's got a hip fire.
Yeah.
There's nothing in Baby's hand that he's like, oh, if I get this.
Oh, he doesn't even go for it, so he doesn't even care. Is he not? He doesn't care about coup? That's weird.
It's like even if he doesn't take it this turn, like the IQ isn't even threatening lethal on another damage.
That is
Yeah.
Here's the problem at the moment. If he coups, because the way he played this, if he coups the Beastmaster, Baby just TOTs, and he has nothing that can deal with it. He'd have to like try to do some like double gank thing.
I'm the
Well,
greatest
he goes for it.
marksman of all time.
And because he did that, there's no way for him to grab initiative back, so if Baby wants to play something here, he can.
He could drop the Stone Hall to get a kill, potentially.
Or the Brawler to get a kill.
Yeah, indeed. The IQ is running very low on time.
I think Baby just TOTs here, but maybe he doesn't, because maybe he's afraid of something.
I mean, the IQ used 2 coups, so at this point you don't play around the last one.
No.
It ends.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, let's see who tries
Even if he
to
like
me now.
double ganked, he wouldn't be able to kill.
The IQ can still draw cards. I know there's still a glitch. Oh, he doesn't see it. Okay. He could have dug. He could have dug for the last coup.
And I think that's just DIQ didn't play to his outs. You can tell he clearly hasn't played Mono Black as much. He's playing it a lot more like a Mono Red player would.
Feels like the story of this game is actually Baby next leveling DIQ on the deck selection. It is what it is. I mean, DIQ also didn't see any paydays or any real gold generators as far as I could gather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like though he could have taken the second lane back, and if he had really tried to, but at the same time, we're also looking at it from the perspective of having both hands, and not having gold really does make a difference for the black player. It makes you a lot more paranoid.
Alright, so players are already ready. I was trying to admin stuff in the background, so let's have a look at their decks. diQ's playing mono black again, and Baby's gone to black red. I will say that I haven't seen the matchup in this specific version of Baby's black red deck, but I otherwise feel like black red always puts up a really good fight against mono black. Obviously, Baby won here with the red deck, so he can't play the red again. And just
oh yeah, you didn't paste the bands in there.
I didn't paste the bands. What?
Yeah, they didn't know what.
Oh shit! You should have asked me. Why did they not ask me?
Oh, they're asking it now.
I said it on the stream and I didn't tell it to them. So Baby has banned mono red once, and diQ has banned mono black. So both players kind of banned as expected.
The Oracle
Oh,
seals
let's
your
get in this
fate.
game. Oh wow, already a kill. Looks like Baby went for another early duel.
I'll do my part, Commander.
diQ's got a pretty nice hand as well, so.
Yeah, 2 hip fires and a pick off. That's really good. You can now actually punish the early duel from Baby.
Yeah, and while it does punish though, I will say it doesn't have any gold generators. So he's gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Hip fire the pick off is the gold generator.
Yeah, exactly.
He does have initiative, so if he wants to take the play, he will be able to. Baby's, because he has a hip fire, decides to go in this lane too to counter, do the hip fire. So it should be hip fire, and then he should play Tyler's State in the middle.
You might see a duel though, depending how much he values getting damage through.
Yeah, that's the only punishing he's got. If he doesn't take that line, then he'll just get hip fired by the PA. But if he does take that line, then he'll just the Legion will just duel the Tyler State and push 4 damage.
So okay, he passes.
Wait, it just passes?
Strange. I feel like you had, if nothing else, you at least Vandal to kill the bronze.
Maybe. The Vandal's pretty good though.
Does he curve? No, he doesn't.
It's fun, he has the face. I think you face swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, diQ's got a lot of options to do with this though.
Yeah, he's waiting for diQ to play something, because obviously we know that diQ doesn't have any items. Oh, and it's gonna be
To our enemies.
it's gonna be punishing.
Yeah, this is really good for Baby, because getting the extra armor on Bristle back means that Chain Frost is not going to be that great. And just anytime you can get extra gold is red early on, in particular.
He made a small pause there, as if to say, oh, I really want to swap with the elite. But he goes for the kill. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, he got a
He's got a
stone hole plate.
plate.
That's huge, this matchup.
And he knows it. He's played mono black so many times.
Oh wow, he better put somebody in mid lane.
Yeah, already previous match it felt like diQ was giving up a lane where he should have maybe put a bit more resistance in, right?
Yeah, because as black, you really want to play all the lanes as much as you can because you've got so much comeback
Build
potential.
me a laser, Tinker.
You know, you've just got so many things that can come back, and he's not doing that. You've got so many cross lane spells that even if you're not playing in that lane, you can use the mana someplace else.
And now
This Stonehold Plate will come in handy
exactly.
if he places
I was
here.
gonna say, and now the question for me was do you want to protect your Lich or do you want to protect the PA so you can potentially gank? But this feels like a good Stonehold Plate. Sensor not gonna matter. Of course, the IQ doesn't know that.
Time is running short.
Well, it does matter later on. Yeah, because he gets the Chain Frost, so that Chain Frost is not going to be delayed. But, you know, that's still a long ways off.
Standard Bearer is gonna come down here, I presume. Unless he feels like it doesn't even need to, but yeah, this feels good. This tower's all but dead. And he does still have the heal here, so...
Oh, yeah, and this hand just feels horrible.
Oh my god. I mean, this is looking up for Baby, I'll say.
Yeah, because if he gets this kill, which he should, then that's 4 armor on the Bristleback. So the only thing he's got to worry about at that point is coups and assassinates.
Yeah, and the other thing is that this kill provides him gold enough to potentially hit a blink, which he really wants to get a hero out of mid. Now that mid's all but dead.
Nice curve, but he's probably going to pick off or hit fire. Got a little too greedy there.
Still feels good to force the hip fire out though. Doesn't see the blink, so he's gonna be stuck with those 2 heroes on mid. And the spring not yet available, so he really wants to see a gank to be able to make mid lane available to him right now.
He's still not playing in the mid lane. That's...
Yeah,
oof.
that's weird. Like, he's...
Double pick off and assassinate in hand, and he refuses to. It's awkward, right?
Yeah, because those heroes are all low. Like, late game, if he
This is
delays
gonna
it
be
enough...
brutal. Look at this. He's gonna want to headshot and he's gonna get super punished for it.
all
Oh
he
no,
can do
because
is
of the
duel.
sensor. Yeah, forget about it. The sensor that you managed. You said it last round. I didn't. I forgot about it. All right. So ignore what I was saying.
Yeah, because now Baby's actually in a weird spot. It's going to be very easy. Well, it'll be easy next turn to kill Bristleback. But I guess technically he could try to kill him this turn, but he's got to save that Fountain Flask for Bristleback in the last lane. Oh, diQ has lost connection.
Will make good
Okay.
use of this.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the outcome of the match. So if you're Baby, do you duel the sniper?
I think he's trying to bait out the laser and then use the Jaspers on it. And I think then when he does that, he's
It's going to be beautiful.
looking at then
There's no escaping
potentially then probably dueling the sniper maybe.
Yep.
Oh, the IQ DC'd again.
He's having connection problems. Hopefully not too long. He did reconnect really fast the last time. Yeah, Valve, if you're listening, we really need a pause on these tournament games.
Ancients will benefit from aligning with the core.
diQ trying to go for an 80 race.
So you can now nasal viscous goo the snipers to kill it as well.
Yeah.
Right, that gives him mana for both. Wow, heads up play from Baby.
Also opens up Chain Frost for later on if he wants to come back in this lane.
The The ancients would benefit from aligning with the
Okay,
court of
so
restore.
presume now.
Dick's like, I don't mind losing heroes. See, he
Yes.
might TP one of them out. We'll
You
see.
might just swap to prevent 2 damage because the laser, because the Tinker is just hitting harder than the Sniper.
That's true.
That will save him from getting picked off.
Yeah, that's actually kind of important that he does that.
Oh, he passes. Do you think
Excellent!
he's maybe predicting a heal or a TP from diQ? So he's potentially trying to bait out the TP or whatever. Yeah, there's none. There's a lot of damage here now, though. But
I
the
think he
Chain
wanted to
Frost,
just keep initiative. But yeah, the Chain Frost later on is going to do so much damage.
it's gonna be brutal. Oh, but he doesn't have a black hero coming in, though. I just realized.
Yeah, but next turn.
Yeah. Next round, you mean
Oh.
in 2 rounds? Yeah.
Yeah, all Baby's got to worry about now is what's the coup, and he doesn't have it.
Oh, this is a
So we're
great.
probably going to see a
berserks.
payday.
Oh god.
Well, we're either going to see a payday or a pick off.
Is a deal.
Doesn't kill the Lich though.
You serve a greater purpose.
What do you think about that sacrifice?
It's not necessarily the worst, because if he was going to Berserker's Call that, then you're going to lose him anyway. And that's a 2-card draw. So.
So is Baby's best avenue to win this now actually going Ancient in the mid lane? Because he's short again
No.
of a blink. He can't.
It's gonna be hard with Chain and Vesture.
for sure. diQ gets a horn and the blink. So with the creep landing on the left lane now, Baby's gotta hope that the PA lands in front of the X to potentially.
Yeah.
Berserkers.
I think you want to Berserkers that.
Oh, it
Oh.
doesn't.
Oh,
Brutal. Alright. I will say Baby had a really good start to the game. It looked like he was doing everything right, but this is starting to become an uphill battle. If only he had the Chain Frost here, it would have been ginormous.
Well, he's still got the option to do it next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing that diQ... I mean, he's putting a lot of pressure on here, but he hasn't taken the tower yet. So a Chain Frost could just easily clear almost all this up. Because almost everything here pretty much is just one shot.
Yeah.
Pretty much. except
And
for
I
the
wonder
PA.
what he's considering, because his only real option is springing into lane 3.
Well, he had to think about whether he wanted to spring into this lane to slow it down, or if he wanted to spring into middle lane to try to see if he can get a thing going.
So the way I see it right now, what he absolutely needs to do is Chain Frost here into TOTing. But again, he's missing the Blink Daggers, he's missing the mobility cards. It looks like diQ's plan of abandoning mid lane is actually maybe gonna pay off.
Well, the thing to remember though is that diQ still doesn't have anything to really do with the bristle in mid lane or in the last lane.
The sisters
He doesn't have a
trained me
coup.
well.
The Assassinate doesn't do enough damage. Chain Frost is completely useless. And
Doesn't have
Gank
a
doesn't
horn,
really
though.
do
Have a
much.
chance.
Yeah, I mean, his best bet is to try to push this lane. Horn, the horn's gonna be something.
It was actually really important where the PA would land there. But the odds were in his favor. So now he's got a 50-50 shot of getting a Thunderhide in front of the Bristle. And that's half the problem dealt with. He's going for
I
80.
never thought I'd fight alongside the Bronze Legion.
I like it. I think he has to. And if
yeah,
he
he has to.
And if he TOTs, he could potentially 2-hit this. So I actually like it. Drop the Jaspers, bro. I think he needed to drop the Jaspers. I think he's missing lethal because of the Jaspers, bearing any creeps, obviously.
We'll see.
We'll see, it's too early to say. I do think it would have been good to drop the Jaspers, though. Might now see diQ try to contain damage in mid, though. Do you consider assassinating the PA? Because the thing is, Baby's list doesn't have any disciples, doesn't have any actual 80 cards.
I took out the oath.
Yeah, I think this list hasn't played Oath in a very long time, if I'm honest, but this deck kind of fell out of the meta slightly, so it's hard to say.
So he's trying to push damage in this line.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make some sense to assassinate, because that would be... That's the thing, is like... While he does have to worry somewhat about AD pressure, diQ's list is pretty well capable of defending this if he gets the right cards and he plays it right.
And at this point I gotta question the decision of having put that plate on the Lich, you know, because the Lich actually died a round later than he should have to come in at 7. And the plate never actually got off.
But diQ should definitely put something first lane. Think about it at least. I mean, let's see, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well, maybe not. This is the problem with having 2 of those in there, is that anything, if you put at least one hero in there, that will die easily. Now he's got is that he kind of really wants this Chain Frost for last lane.
Tough times.
He got at least one creeper, he could have killed it.
I like
and
this.
Gotten something, but he keeps the Chain Frost. That's that's good.
Gotta be ready.
Gotta keep initiative. But the problem is that he's no way he had to play it here.
Gets the perfect bounce.
Oh, that's huge.
That's absolutely huge.
Question is, what can he do in last lane, though?
What can he do now? He's got to drop those blocks, but there's a coup. So he doesn't know it yet, but it looks like this game's over.
I will fight by your side.
Is it though? Am I miscalculating?
No,
there?
it's 1 damage off if he coups.
It
yeah, true.
gank and hipfire though.
Gank, and the hipfire doesn't kill the other bearer though.
Oh, the IQ DCs again.
Whoops. He's down to 30 seconds.
Chain Frost.
Interesting ups for the Chain Frost. This won't be enough to kill the Bristle, and there's the option now to block more damage. The Berserker is looking so good for next round here as well.
No, that's it. Baby lost.
Why did he block
What?
that?
Excuse me, was this a mistake? Or...
He needed to block.
No, it didn't matter. The 2 on the
Did it
left
not
were
matter?
14 no matter what.
Okay. I didn't
Oh, it's
actually
right.
do the math,
Well,
I
no,
just
'cause
assumed.
it's 6 plus 5. Been 6 plus 5 if he blocks the.
The 6 plus 5 was 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 would have been enough anyway, he had 17 on the tower. I think he blocked wrong. Okay, well, we'll be able to
Oh, that's
watch.
right. Yeah, because it would have been 8 plus 5
Plus 6.
plus 6, so it didn't matter.
Okay, because Lich was also front facing. Okay. Well then, that's the tie, and diQ's locked out of his mono black. Although I will say his play felt somewhat shaky at times, so I think he's happy to have won that game.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just had a really good, like, he had just the right hand that game. And while he didn't necessarily play it greatly, he, sometimes you just get a really good hand. And if Baby had gotten at least one blank, I think that game is very different.
Yeah. Yeah, that was also actually...
That is the argument, though, why he was smart not to go in the mid lane. Because then he prevents Baby from actually getting any kills there. So it then makes him harder to get blanks.
So whatever Baby's plan now, Baby's plan for the decks was now diQ's thrown a wrench in it. So I think now we're gonna start to see more interesting things as well.
Well, Baby doesn't have to worry about the mono black anymore, so he could play mono blue.
And I think he gets what he wants. Yeah. diQ is going to his trusty mono red, and he's going to be facing mono blue. So let's see how much Baby's practice on mono blue paid off. That's the moment.
That'll be the question.
The moment of truth. I'm sure Underscore and all the blue masters are ready in chat to to bash on Baby. Double kill on the flop for diQ, so... Oh, and no cunning plans, nothing.
Yeah.
So a rough start.
Oof. Yeah, sometimes it's red, you just get the right flops.
Alright, let's see how much he manages to translate this into actual damage and pressure.
Yeah, because you'd really wish the Veno lived. If there's one here that he probably wants to live, it's probably the Veno.
Yeah.
But the next second one is the Luna. Problem is the Luna's in third lane, so...
It's also the worst lane to have the Luna fall into, but let's see what Baby can do from here. He's got an Annihilation, and he's got double Soul Venom to stall the board slightly. Imagine we're gonna see the Zeus coming into left. I'll see Unstopped in the mid lane, but that's only representing 6 damage as it is. There is obviously the Standard Bearer.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of Zeus going in this lane so much, because potentially he has a situation where he may not lose a hero this turn, and if he goes into the middle lane, then he's definitely guaranteed to die. But I guess he really wants to block the damage.
Yeah. It feels like he has to. The tower's taking 14 as it stands, plus 2 creeps going in. It feels like too much. And he's gotta be hoping to draw some dimensional portals or anything like this.
And it's diQ went middle anyway, so even if he had to go middle, it may not have made a difference.
Getting unlucky on the Zeus placement.
And he got good arrows for Dick in the mid lane too.
Oh, the at any cost, huge draw.
Somewhat, but he really doesn't want to just play it here necessarily. Because,
Plays the
I mean, he kind of does. Yeah, and he gets punished.
And he knows that diQ's got one smash in them all. he could have gotten really punished.
Yeah, that wasn't the best. Because now he definitely can't edit a cost here. Does it anyway.
He wants to prevent the damage.
I mean, I guess on the benefit side, he does get a hero killed this turn,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah. Don't think he can be feeling too bad about that. Now this tower, on the other hand, is probably gonna be taking 15 damage. Let's see what he opts to do.
I mean, he really was hoping that Dick would have played a Legion Standard Bearer or Stoneheart Elite last time, but...
I will restore order.
This Luna's getting some nice, nothing in front of her. This is a nice Luna game, except for the fact that she's in the third lane.
Okay, so I'm inexperienced with this matchup. How do you win this as red? Like, what's your game plan generally?
Your general game plan is to spread out your resources so that there's no good annihilations. Generally, you want to kind of spread your damage out enough that you can put damage places. That is the argument, though, why he's...
What was that?
We were listening to ourselves on stream, it felt like. Anyway, so down come the Kana, the Veno, and the Ogre. So this is actually a huge round for both players. Oh, diQ is DCing again, so hopefully, like last game, this is not too bad. All right.
Yeah, he likes the fact that he's blocking a lot of damage in this first lane. He's going to stop some of the damage in the mid lane. But he's also happy that the first lane really doesn't have that much damage on it. diQ's got the phase boots. He could probably try to phase boots over, but then Baby's got the cunning plan, so... Until Baby plays a Venom anywhere, he doesn't really have a good place to place this Stonehall Elite.
There is the argument of just dropping it here because there's a Kana, but you know, when you're coming in on Annihilation turn, it's like, tough.
Into this.
Okay, but maybe that's lucky on the placement here. So
I have brought.
Not really. He's
Not
gonna
really.
get the phase boots.
Exactly.
He's gonna get phase boots.
Exactly.
Maybe get dueled or something. Who knows?
It's easy. It's easy. It's funny to see Baby sequencing really well on his red, black decks and so on, and you can really tell that he's got less experience. But at the same time, he just wants to block tower damage. So if the hero dies, it's fine.
He's also got the Furline Mantle, so it's actually not the worst thing. He could play the Furline Mantle if he wants to.
I don't know, because you kind of want your hero to die anyway, right?
Exactly, this thing. You want at least one hero to die. I mean, you prefer it not to be the Venomancer, but, you know, if you get a hero die, that's not the worst thing in the world.
So where do you drop this cloak? Okay, I thought he might want to drop it here, but apparently he'd rather drop it on the axe.
Probably at this point you're putting it on the Luna. I mean, I was thinking you maybe would have want to put it on the Kana, but putting it on the Luna just keeps her alive.
You know, I meant
the axe. Yeah,
I meant the Stonehall Cloak, not the mantle.
Yeah, the Stonehall Cloak, you generally want to put that in the lane where you don't have a single hero, where you have a single hero in, because you want to protect yourself from eclipses. The other lanes have 2 heroes in them, so that's generally just a lot of beef that's already kind of protecting you from eclipses. But the Stonehall Cloak lets you keep that one hero that's by himself up.
Stonehall doesn't care about you. You're just a spoke on the wheel.
Do you pump here?
I don't think you pump against blue unless you're taking a tower.
Yeah, against blue you really want your
Never mind.
cloaks and whatnot.
For a second I thought I was looking at diQ, looking at an obliterating orb with 8 gold, but that was obviously Baby's shop. Damn, so Baby's got an actual legit option of going wide here.
He didn't annihilate.
He might just want to go wide.
Maybe. But that's a very interesting decision, because he could have annihilated this turn in this lane and then just had a Veno come down, but maybe he wants to annihilate in mid lane. There's probably it's a bit more value in the mid lane.
Yeah, and even if the Kana gets dueled, Tides hitting, it's like...
Right,
no, not anymore.
Guess he's just going to take it.
Yeah, being super disciplined. He's just focusing on keeping those towers healthy, so he can tank those TOTs later.
Go where I please.
Still no great place for that stone hall, and diQ not wanting to commit it not to get punished too hard. It's also an ignite lane, so obviously not ideal to be dropping your armor creeps here.
Wow, he doesn't even take the duel. That's probably actually the smart move.
Watch how I
Though you really do want those extra tower hits. That just damage.
Yeah.
Because now the advantage he has is Baby doesn't have anything in the first 2 lanes. He's only gonna have 1 hero and he's gonna defend 2 lanes.
Yeah. The great thing here really is the Vano coming into an empty lane. It feels so good. No deployments for diQ at all whatsoever. And okay, that elite's getting big, but Luna hasn't been out the battlefield at all yet. So these eclipses are getting huge. So I think right now, the main thing for Baby actually is to draw cards. He needs to draw cards.
Oh, the thing to remember too is he does have a blink on Tide. He could get another blink. Yeah, he can't go with Benno in the first lane.
Oh, Baby considering the hourglass. Do you see this? He's taking a long, hard look at that hourglass.
Probably shouldn't go for it. Yeah, go for the fur line. The hourglass is kind of just over expensive.
Yeah.
Not a fan of this placement though necessarily, because he's just gonna get dueled.
Is he gonna just try to get lucky and annihilate again? Is that what he's going for? Interesting.
Of course, with the way the arrow went, he's actually not doing that bad.
Yeah, Mono Blue is the deck. Is by far the deck that profits the most from arrows.
Yeah, definitely.
When you get these curves in other decks, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But Mono Blue is just, it's really just laughing in your face. There's double.
I do wonder
the
if they took that.
If you
they took that mechanic out, how much lower the win rate of blue would go down. They all just went straight, you know.
Yeah. So goes for the spring.
Oh wow!
Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say that the diQ right now has double the Magicking Maul. So
Don't worry.
yeah, I feel like this was poor sequencing by diQ, because if you want to blink, you gotta blink first. So Baby gets what he wants, actually.
Yeah, he should have blinked, because that would have been. Because then at that point, it's like, okay, you can't really annihilate. The Eclipse is 6 charges, so maybe that's what he was worried about.
And also, Baby has drawn all 3 annihilations in the top cards of the deck. He's got 30 cards in the deck remaining.
Yeah, he's lucky he has the other one, because if he playing the way he did, otherwise would be pretty potentially dangerous. But the fact that diQ also doesn't have a TOT is also not good for. Ooh, gets the Aghanim Sanctum.
Oh yeah, nice one. So he can actually, if he wants, Sanctum and steal back initiative. No tower damage to be dealt here. So diQ's got a tough job ahead of him. But he does have those primal roars. He's just missing the TOTs, because in this specific matchup, you have to TOT at 8 mana. If you don't, it just feels like you're behind a lot.
Want to get a relocate on the Luna, which makes sense. So he's letting the damage go through. Although he'll probably... And I don't think you Arcane here.
I almost feel like he wants to farm Luna charges. That's a good one.
Joker just gets the thing anyway, so, you know, doesn't get punished.
So we can see the bearer, standard bearer coming down if diQ feels like he's got to deal more damage. Oh, is he gonna duel?
Form on my
Is he gonna duel to kill the Sanctum?
I don't think so. I think it's just preemptive, but he might.
Right.
I think that's just preemptive so that next turn if it's not blocked, he can open with that move.
That makes sense. And
Or,
now,
you know, like dual
Cloak of
and then
Endless
do some-
Carnage. Man, Baby's heroes are actually getting pretty tanky. Luna's got 16 HP. The Kana is going to potentially go up to 20.
Yeah, 7 Luna charges. So he could clear this entire lane with the Eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
It's wise to fear the dark one.
And he goes for
Dire
it.
won't be denied.
diQ did draw the TOT. Doesn't have any tasty TOTs, but I think we might just see it come out if Baby gives him back initiative.
Yeah, as the red player, this is the one thing you don't want to have happen on this turn, is to have TOT and not be able to get a 2-man TOT off in some lane.
I'm wondering here if Baby wants to take back initiative so we can, if nothing else, at the very least, drop Sow Venom or well, the at any cost isn't super effective, but if he can Sow Venom in mid, at least he can soak up some damage, as the LC doesn't have great placement.
Hard to say. I mean, you
Also
definitely don't
ignite.
want to annihilate that much. I mean, I think a knight is probably the best move.
I'm going to watch you bleed.
Goes for the
You
third.
really want to keep those arcane assaults for later on in the game.
Is he... There's no way he's gonna annihilate, right? So I presume we're gonna see a Sow Venom.
He could, but it wouldn't be smart to annihilate with your last annihilate with no TOTs down.
Yeah.
And no Salamene.
Or is he gonna go for a cloak? The cloak would get him out of dual range. Oh no, it wouldn't, excuse me. There's a Viscous Nasal Goo there. So that would be 8 plus 4, 12. Yeah, not quite there. So I think Sow Venom is the actual correct play. And if diQ gives him back initiative, well, that maul is gonna be activated no matter what, looks like to me.
Ooh. That's potentially bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like this, of all the options.
The Maul's gonna just be able to do whatever he wants to now.
Ah, I gets lucky.
Yeah, you really wanted to hold on to that annihilation. There was no way he was going to be able to push too much damage in the middle lane. He wasn't going to take the tower that turn.
Yeah, and
It
the
would have
other
gotten
thing-
close, but he wasn't taking it.
Yeah, and the other thing is that Baby hasn't drawn any cards, so he hasn't seen any incarnations. He hasn't seen actual combo pieces to go for next round. So
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the incarnation, like, there's nothing really stopping the TOT now. Because if he has the incarnation, then he has the potential to just, like, do things, but now he's got nothing. Wow, this ogre, man.
Balanced card.
I wonder if he should have pumped the exiles. If he should have pumped the exiles. He knows there's no annihilations now. So the exiles.
Yeah, but he needs that gold. He needs the gold.
Yeah.
This is the part of the game where Red really needs to know when to just not do things. You don't want to put too much stuff on the board that can be cleared, like stuff like that.
For the glory of Stonehall.
He's in an interesting situation, though, again with the TOT, but the problem is he's only got 2 heroes, and he has to defend 2 lanes. He may just decide to go into lane 1 and TOT.
Red Baby's deciding what to go for.
That potion could be really useful, but so could a blink. I think the potion is probably the better option. because you're really don't need to move anybody anywhere currently. Same time, you might want to just get out of that mid lane or the first lane after he TOTs you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice landing for a potential Primal Roar or Ravage, or both, because you can actually do both.
Does have the Jaspers, though.
Yeah, initiatives on Baby, though.
But he's got nothing really to do. With 8 charges on the Eclipse, it's not going to be enough.
Kind of feel like he needs to Diabolic this round.
Possibly, but if he Diabolics, then that leaves open the potential for a duel in last lane.
Oh, he's gonna set up for an Eclipse.
I'll kill our enemies.
Yeah, if he puts on any of the health items, though, it'll be completely stop it. Well, it'll completely stop it, but it'll stop it from full clear.
My power is bound.
For that. Now he needs to draw cards.
Yeah, definitely needs to draw cards. It needs to decide where and when to Diabolic, but it feels like it's the time to do it.
I think you start with the potion first. The problem is, if he Diabolics, he gives that duel in last lane, and that could make a big difference, because he's only got 1 hero coming back.
Oh, Salaman is huge. Unfortunately, this is not the Ogre lane. Scatter refresh.
Not that, but if he puts it down here,
it's gonna
then
die.
It's gonna die. And what's he really gaining from it? He's getting like an Eclipse. Like, he's obviously gonna Diabolic here, but
kind of feel like.
Oh, but if he Diabolics too, Luna will also die.
Ouch. He can still blink out. Oh no, it doesn't. What? I thought he had a blink. Oh, he didn't buy it to buy the potion, of course. I feel like this Carnation maybe should have come down mid, but it's not clear to me.
I think he's gonna try to clear these guys out, is what he's gonna do.
They're all so tanky, it's impossible.
I think if he does the other Thunder Gods, he'll be able to clear them both out if he doesn't blink. Or if he blinks, then he'll be able to clear the other one out.
It's such a huge commitment, though.
But he's got the Fountain Flask, so it all comes down to when that happens. This is why you don't like pump Exiles, because you need Fountain Flasks, you need help. Yeah, if he Fountain Flasks the Tide, he'll have that's 15 health.
He just goes away.
Wow. Okay, so he can Eclipse here if he wants.
Well, he can
but
pass
maybe he does.
And just Eclipse in mid. But that's a dead Salamane, though.
Yeah, he's got to choose which lane.
He's running so low on cards, this is brutal. He's in a really tough spot right now. He's not even getting any tower down below 20.
Well, the other problem too is he's got is that last lane he's probably going to get dueled. He could get dueled in mid lane. He's got so many different pieces that can happen.
Yeah. It looks like... Oh, he's letting Salamane live? I don't know about that. Granted, he's got duel, but I...
Another Eclipse.
Wow, that's actually really big.
Oh yeah, because they gave him the card draw. He wouldn't have had the card draw loaded.
Corpse will feed my daughters.
That's actually really big.
Somewhat. He's still going to get dueled in last line. But with 2 bolts, it really helped. Problem is now he's really low on just removal. He's only got 1 Thunder Gods. He's only got 1 Eclipse. He's only got 1 at any cost. He kind of needs to start drawing his wide cards.
Don't think he can just finish this quite yet, even with the Pillager or the Bear. Unless he wants to drop the Phase Boots.
The Legion stands united.
Phase Boots would end the tower. You can still use them all as well.
If he puts Phase Boots on, I think Axe dies.
How much does he have?
or
14,
he had like 12
right?
health. He's got 14 health.
Yeah, correct.
I think he died.
That's
that would have
crazy.
been just so. That guy needs the Fountain Flask. That's who needs the Fountain Flask.
It is true the Axe has not died the whole game. That lane didn't get annihilated. Alright, so...
Baby does have initiative in the first lane.
And the Eclipse...
So there is that.
Oh, is it enough? 1, 2, 3, 6? It's not enough.
It's an 8 charge Eclipse. Everything will get reduced down by 1.
It's not enough, and he can't at any cost, because it will suicide the... He will suicide both the Incarnation and the Kana. He could heal potentially, but... I don't know. It's looking pretty tough. What does diQ draw? He's got the Primal Roar, he's got Double Duel still. No enough magic. Doesn't really need
doesn't
it.
have any Blink Daggers, though.
That is true. And the Eclipse needs to be used in lane 3, really. It feels like that's his only out on lane
Yeah, he's... Oh,
what?
He's gonna kill most of these things, though. Huh? Yeah. Problem is, though, he's got the...
Feels like that's a mistake, though.
Yeah, it is. He's got 2 Fountain Flasks. He's got a Phase Boots. Like, these things could be healed up. And now, like... diQ's like, I'm not afraid of anything. You don't have any Annihilations. You don't have any Eclipses. You have 1 Thunder Gods. You've got 1 at any cost. That seems a little weird there, but I guess yeah, I'm not really sure about that.
Well, in any case, it feels like Baby's played himself into a corner.
Yeah, I think diQ did not realize that Baby doesn't have any more Eclipses, or it only has 1 Thunder Gods. And is done. Or maybe he was worried about the at any cost, but I don't know.
A great debt.
Well,
yeah, Baby really just needs, like, he hasn't gotten a single prey on the week this game, and that's really hurt him.
That is true. He didn't see much in the ways of card draw. So basically his only out here is trying to get this tower as down as possible, try to multicast a bolt, potentially. If he multicasts one of these bolts. The problem is he doesn't have Sanctums anymore, and the Incarnation's dead, so I don't even think that's possible.
Yeah, getting that second Maul from the shop really makes a difference.
Yeah, it did this game. At any cost. Wood clean, but the axe will still finish the tower, so... If only Baby could deal damage to get the tower below 20, it would be relevant, but it doesn't seem like it matters.
Getting Nasal Goo on this Zeus has been so much value.
Yeah, and you know, playing mono red once your opponent doesn't have annihilations or eclipses is it's just a completely different game, isn't it?
Particularly when I think
he doesn't even need initiative anymore.
No.
Like, he's got Berserker. He doesn't even draw a single Berserker's Call this game either.
Look at these
Like,
heroes.
he's got still 3 Berserker's Call. He's got 3 Primal Roars. He's got so many
The
options.
Tide's got 26 health and the Axe has 24, man. I don't think we need to say anything else. I think this is diQ's game, but do notice diQ cannot play mono red anymore. He has turned the best of 5 around though. I'll give him that. But this seems academic now.
We'll see though. He can't kill Baby in this lane just yet.
Draws the Berserker's Call. It's not enough to kill the Luna though. Well, it's not enough to kill either of them actually. Baby's heroes are actually also pretty tough. So I mean, he can't bolt anymore, but I kind of feel that the way to go is trying to multicast these bolts at this point. You can still draw into more cards. Multicast.
And all his card draw, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's seeing all the card draw now. 11 cards left in his deck. He's got a couple of blinks. Multicast.
It's like that's that moment where like, oh, bolt.
He really wanted a source of mana though. He kind of needs to see a Salamene. So I wonder if he even blinks the Luna to lane 3.
Yeah, it might make sense. I think that's the thing. Is like, does he blink to try to get? Because he's only going to get 1 play in mid.
Berserkers will clear the Veno and will represent another 10 damage. I assume we're gonna see that. Yep. So that means no plays for either player from range 3. Oh, he doesn't even want to crack and shell.
Doesn't need to.
Doesn't care anymore.
What's he gonna do in lane 1? What are you gonna Thunder God's Wrath me? Well, if he keeps, if he keeps pulling it, it's the old, just keeps copying it.
Well, let's see. If he drops the Salamanes, it might be that not even the Primal Roar saves him. But well, now with all the heroes coming in, actually, it's unlikely.
This is what happens when you use your annihilations too early.
Yeah, indeed. It becomes a different game, really. Oh, Prey on the Weak.
Prey on the Weak.
He can chump block for days now, and he can also... Oh, okay. It's getting interesting. No! Didn't he need the Salamanes?
If he Salamene, then he could have Primal Roared it out. But it doesn't matter anyway, because...
No, it doesn't. Yeah, now it's over.
Well, his only option, I guess, would have been to Salamene into Thunder God.
Yeah. Multicast that baby, try to get some damage in the tower with Prey and a Bolt, maybe? Multicast the Bolt? That was my line of play to get out of this.
That was harder to watch than Sneak on his tricolor deck, honestly.
Good one. Alright, so diQ takes the lead. I'm gonna have to create another lobby, and Baby wants to get a smoke anyway. So, yeah, I'm just gonna quickly create a new lobby. So guys, if you're watching this and you want to join in on the action, current prize pool is 170 euros, so I would be super happy to see that reaching 200. There's a link down below. You can also ! donate if you want more information. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy. This is the last best of 5 for today. And most likely we will be progressing into lower bracket matches after this. In the following days, I mean. Alright, so let me invite you guys.
Yeah, looks like we're getting a 10 to 15 minute break.
Sorry, who's that? Are they asking for that?
Yeah. Baby went to go smoke, and then diQ said, yep, 10 to 15 minute break, please.
Alright, 15 minutes seems excessive, but let me chat to them.
One second.
Alright guys, let's say that we give them a 10-minute break. It is quite late in Russia. I know that diQ is staying up really late to play this, so let's give them a bit of a break. Feels reasonable as well. We've also been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
So is it gonna be a 10-minute break?
Yeah, let's say a 10-minute break. Great. So, yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I will leave this list up. I guess you cannot see the whole list, but whatever. Yeah, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys.
So there are 3 tournaments going on at the same time right now. Yeah. B3H and Neyman is doing a tournament. Yeah. It's going on right now. It's 2 color random, I think. I don't know. I don't know who enjoys 2 random colors. I think it's a draft. Is this draft? Yeah, this is definitely draft. It is. Wait, what's happening?
Just gave the players 10 minutes break,
Oh.
so we'll be back in 6 or 7 minutes.
I've never seen like this many people streaming Artifact since I started streaming it. What the fuck?
Yeah, because you started quite late, right? I mean, there were a lot of people streaming at the beginning. It's just
No, I
obviously-
started really late. When did I start? Like 4 months ago.
Oh, well, okay. I thought longer. Yeah, no. Then
No.
you started streaming when it was completely dead. Then
So to kill time 9. You wanna share a story with us, dude?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Story about what?
I don't know anything. We have time to kill.
Let me think.
Yeah, no pressure. It's not like I'm putting you on the spot or anything.
Dude, you know, I have a lot of cool stories, but they mostly involve private jokes. So like if I tell them on public, it's probably not funny.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Hi up guys, how are you doing?
Good, good.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
How are you doing, man?
I'm really good also, thanks. I'm just listening for now, so it's okay.
That's cool.
Yes, so what time we're gonna play with the winner? You know or not?
Sorry, what?
I mean, I'm gonna play with the winner of this match, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you mean on the ACS? Let me check the bracket actually. I can pull that up. So actually, you will play with the winner of this match. Yes, indeed, that is correct.
But we still don't know the time, right?
No, we can just arrange a time whenever you guys want. Yeah. So
Right.
just chill.
Right.
We'll finish this match today, and then we'll arrange the following matches on the Discord according to your availability. So no worries.
Yes, like always. All right.
No worries, no stress.
Okay.
We are
so I'm
chilling.
just going to watch this one.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well,
I don't want to talk with my.
Don't-
I don't want to talk with my horrible English, so I'm just gonna watch.
Nah, it's pretty good, man. Like, just don't get used to easy tournament schedules like this, because probably when the game comes out, people will not be so flexible with the time of the tournaments. But for now it's good, man. We just play whenever we want.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys.
No worries. Take it easy.
So how do you make a Twitch intro again? I wanna make my own.
Just make a video and you stick it in there, dude.
You just like that?
How do you stream? Do you stream with OBS?
Yeah.
Well, then you just.
No, Streamlabs.
Well, it's probably I've never used Streamlabs, but it's basically the same thing, but dumber, right? So all you do is instead of streaming, you record, or I mean, you can also stream and record. So you just make a stupid video on OBS, record it, and upload it. It's not a big deal. How on a scale of 1 to 10, how cringe is mine?
it's the good kind of cringe. I'll tell you that much. It's like the entertaining kind of cringe.
That's good.
Was that what you were going for?
Yes. So I just remembered a story that is actually pretty good. So like 20 years ago, roughly, I don't remember. When I was a kid, I was in Egypt with my dad.
Okay.
And back then, photo machines didn't have like the little display for you to check the camera, the photos, And so I was like, we were just going around. I don't remember where we were, but there was a camel, and my dad really wanted to take a picture sitting on the camel.
Okay.
And so of course I had to take the picture, obviously. So obviously what I did was I took the worst frame of a picture you've ever seen in your life. So I cut like I think I cut like the camel's head and my dad's head at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
So then what happens, obviously, because you don't see the pictures, we get home like a month later or whatever, and my dad goes to develop all the pictures. And, oh man, I think I've never seen my dad so disappointed with me in my life. Still to this day, that's a great album to look at, because it's like pretty epic. It's just the body of a camel and my dad's legs, basically. Oh god.
Well, I mean, it's a model shot, you know. It's showing off the legs, the human and the and the camel.
That's pretty good. All right, so looks like both players are joining the lobby, guys. Yeah, so the way it looks, Baby needs to win a couple of matches in a row to turn this around. So let's see what he can come up with.
Yeah, but diQ does not have mono red anymore, and he does not have mono black. So he's got the red green ramp and the woke mono red. See if he maybe gets better black draws than the last time.
Yeah. So yeah, diQ is locked out of his red deck. Wait, diQ is one with his black deck and his red deck. So he's got red black and red green left.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Baby's got black, red black, and blue. diQ is still selecting his deck. As we just said, it's a coin flip. So
I imagine Baby's gonna try to avoid playing his blue again, probably.
yeah, I would say so. And if I would be diQ, I would probably be going for the high roll deck. I would just go for the green red. Because if you high roll, you high roll, and if you don't, yeah, you still got another shot at it.
Maybe. I mean, the other argument is just play the deck that's the closest to mono red and just finish out with what you're most comfortable with. But we'll see.
So he's registered. I'm gonna close the invites and we're gonna have a look at what they have chosen. So diQ is on his red-green and Baby's on black. So
ooh.
Let's see how this plays out. And jump right in, guys.
We need spectate again.
Ah, damn it.
My thing seems to have bugged out or something.
I probably just need to restart. That happens sometimes. Wait, I don't have spectate. I have to give myself spectate. Great.
Because when you gave me the win match, it was like the tournament
crashed.
Disappeared. I couldn't see it anymore.
Just restart, it'll be fine. Alright, so diQ getting lucky flop. Let's see if there's a proc. No proc.
No.
Baby's bounty isn't respecting him, but he gets the disciple in, saves the day, gets some gold going. Now notice he does have a payday. And diQ does have a Stars Align, a Druid, and a Time of Triumph, so...
Ooh. Yeah, diQ might have just picked the right deck, because if there's a deck that he has left that kind of still gives mono red or mono black at times some big fits, it's this list.
Yeah,
yep.
We'll agree with that, especially with the Ricks.
Oh no, Baby's is timing out.
It's
diQ.
Yeah, they're just swift. The game just randomizes which position each player has.
It's interesting though that he would go into last lane, but I guess he wants. I guess he just wants to. Yeah, he just wants to prevent that.
He wouldn't anyway be able to ramp unless he draws another Stars Align, which is. Ooh, but he draws the favor, so he can guarantee TOT next round, actually, with the Ricks. This is huge.
Oh, and he can't place the Tyler State sensor down yet because there's no good spot. We might be able to do that next turn, though, if he keeps initiative.
If he does it next turn, though, it's going to be 5 plus 4 is going to be 9, so it won't really matter. Let's see how the IQ proceeds from here, and Baby is just going to have to be... Oh, wow. Favoring, preventing the damage.
The Tyler estate has sent me.
I thought he would have gone for it, but respecting the disciple.
Maybe plays the Tyler estate in this lane?
Well, he doesn't... Well, actually, we remember he didn't play the set on mayonnaise into the first lane, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Play anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just a little curious, I guess, but he really wanted to kill the disciple, which is probably the right play. Because the way that Red Green Ramp loses this game is if he pushes too much into one lane and doesn't. At the same time, he would have had LC back too, so he could have very easily have ramped.
Yeah.
TOT on those three heroes is not GG, but pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. Right, so it does feel to me like Baby's still not doing great in the gold front. diQ seems to have the upper hand right now to me. And if Bounty goes mid, the easier it gets. So let's see. Low odds of getting a second Stars Align, but if it does happen, it might just be super brutal. And Baby doesn't have access to Coup yet. Right, doesn't get it, so no possibility of actually ramping into something big. He can do Salamanies into last, and like we were saying as well, still, despite the sensor, TOT in third lane, so that's an option for him.
Rise up!
Yeah, he goes for it.
Little training never hurt anyone.
And he's
The
still
worst part about it
Go for
is
it.
Baby doesn't really have any of these other lanes anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to make the point that despite focusing on lane 3, he's even doing natural damage without really...
He really hates that.
Yep.
If he had... I mean, I guess he's double payday. That's what he's going to do here. I think that's his only move, really. So either double payday or maybe he double paydays in the next lane. But he realizes he needs his items and he needs them now.
He's considering his options. I mean, he could potentially Glody if he really, really, really wants to deal an extra damage to this tower, but I'm not sure how much value is in there.
Well, if it isn't my lucky day.
No, I like the payday because this is a bad matchup and it's going like badly. So like you want a high roll with getting big items early on.
Mm-hmm.
Still, with only 32 gold, he's not really good. At best he's going to get like a one horn.
Yeah, and this is brutal for Baby, because even if he wanted to silence or do anything... Well, excuse me, the silence is on the red-green deck, obviously. So even if he wanted to kill a hero, you would be having a tough decision, but he doesn't even have the option, so diQ successfully saving this lane, and now is generated even as much gold, or almost as much gold as Baby.
Oh, and it gets 2 Jasper daggers. Oh. Does get a helm, but
and
at this point, what's there to really pull?
Right, the Jaspers at least acts against or counters the Act of Defiance, at the very least, if he goes for the silence here, but...
He can duel in either lane, though.
Yes.
Creeps in this lane have not been his friend.
Wow, diQ just high rolling this game so hard. He goes for the silence, so he won't have the mana to duel. And I'll also notice that he has the blink, so we can bring one of those heroes back to first to deal obnoxious amounts of damage here. And the Rix, even if he dies, who cares?
He probably hip fires, and then maybe Q's middle lane. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do, basically.
So he might want to drop the helm to get another creep.
Decides to go with pick off instead. Probably makes sense, because you don't want to really Q Bristleback. You really want to save the Q for the TOT hero. And the interesting thing here is that outside of all this, though, diQ doesn't really have any plays. You can do this in this lane and
spring from last.
Yeah, he can spring, and after that, he really won't have much except for the duels. So.
And because of the favor, he can spring from here.
Perfect.
Ready for war.
Ooh, this is looking very tough for Baby.
I think the biggest problem that Baby has is he puts so much resources into this lane, and the chances of him ever taking it back are pretty slim.
Oh. I'm surprised. I can respect leaving both heroes there, but still surprised. I think
probably gonna need that Chain Frost this turn. All of them in that lane?
He's super committing, okay. Yeah, you definitely need to get something for mid, but he does have a blink, so alright. He's toying with his possibilities.
The problem is he doesn't have a Chain Frost in hand, so he's got to be aware of that. He does have. Oh, he does have a Chain Frost. I couldn't see that. But he also does have the Assassinate. So I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to maybe potentially use the Assassinate on the axe, and then the headshot and the laser on the Rix.
Yeah, well, diQ's got another spring.
Won't know what hit.
And he still got those 2 blinks, so
probably gonna Chain Frost mid lane then. It's probably what he's gonna try to do. Probably after he helms one of the creeps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is, even though he did TOT in that last lane, he still hasn't taken it. So
yeah.
There's that weird thing of if he does blink out,
for sure,
Baby could go back in there and then Q that hero and then potentially take that lane. So that's the thing that diQ still has to worry about.
Yeah, it's been a strange balance where it looks like really looked like he was winning lane 1, but not anymore. Baby can even steal a creep just to draw a card if he so chooses. And now he's got the march and everything.
You won't feel a thing.
May not be the worst move, but I think he wants to use that someplace else, or just hold it potentially for, in case he puts an emissary down.
It feels weird not to go lane 3 though, because he could march or assassinate from there as well. I do understand that it's tough to get your hero landing in front of a TOT. But
he might do that after, depending on what happens here. I mean, he does decide to go. What? I don't know why he pulled that creep.
Deal with these runts.
Yeah.
Oh, he wanted the 7 damage, I guess, but I don't know. That seems weird.
Right, yeah, he's going for damage. Now, a spring into first into an enough magic could potentially be good, but there is obviously also a nice Chain Frost there potentially. I don't think he can really afford to leave all these heroes here, if I'm honest.
Probably not. But at the same time, if he does leave, then that does give him the option to coup. So it's a weird dynamic.
I like this because he can blink mid with a tree, or otherwise he's just going for the tower. Maybe that's okay. He's going for the tower.
Raise the bull snake high.
Guess he's
so
just
got the
gonna enough
tower.
magic.
Yeah, it could be that he's just gonna enough magic, and that's gonna kill 2 heroes, deal more damage to the tower. No, excuse me, the Rex is gonna be upkeep killed. But it still does kill the sniper. And depending on the arrowing of the bristle, could be another 8 damage on the tower, so it actually feels like a really good enough magic. Oh, in the arrow.
Yeah.
In the arrow kills the Tinker. Oh, okay. This is insta enough magic. Wow, Baby getting slightly unlucky here. Let's see.
Or my firepower.
Oh well, we'll see. Yeah, Baby's not liking that.
No, this game is looking pretty over.
You can't chain for us last lane either now because the bristle's got too much health and too much armor, and the assassinate doesn't really do anything. So all it can do is really coup. But luckily he'll kill the other stuff.
Yep.
But then he's also still got to deal with axe and also, you know, now he can blink those heroes out of the last lane.
Yeah, this is looking over.
Yeah, I'll give it to diQ. He was correct in not coming back from lane 3. Pretty good sequencing, and Bristol with 20 HP.
No one can survive my wrath. I know.
I think he has to go last lane.
Draws another TOT as well.
And he's going first lane.
Now diQ can even drop the emissary to threaten AT and leave with both heroes.
Even though he thinks he's got initiative, he won't even have initiative.
Depends really if diQ wants to leave the LC here, right? But with
true.
the TOT
But I'm
in
saying
hand,
it won't matter. Yeah,
Wow.
there goes Baby.
all right. So diQ, despite the late hours of the night, taking it down. 3-1 versus Baby. Baby gonna drop down to the lower bracket, and wondering if he's gonna show up to talk to us about what's happened. Maybe I'll ask him to join, just to comment on how it felt from his perspective. All right, so let's get rid of this here. Let's have a look here. So we've seen Paftan 132, right? If I am.
Why do you want to interview me? Aren't you supposed to interview the winner?
What the
The
fuck
winner
happened?
doesn't
dude?
speak English properly, dude. So how
What
does it
the
feel?
fuck happened, Baby?
Just
Explain, dude.
I was doing fine until I threw game 2, and then I just tilted myself. I don't know, I kind of gave up. Like, once he played Stars, I was just mentally out of it. It's like, But...
Yeah, I felt like you were getting that, like it didn't have enough traction in terms of gold every time you picked up.
I can explain it, mate. What the fuck did you do during your second game?
So I had my plan to win the game. Like, I saw lethal, I saw that the Chain Frost bounced, and I had Berserk, I'd be fine. And then, like, I got the Chain Frost, and I was like, yeah. And then my cat jumped up on my PC and almost got them my spacebar, and I panicked. And then I, like, threw her on the ground, and she was, like, crying, because she's like, because I threw her, like, way too hard, and I was, like,
whoa,
worried that
dude,
I
what
injured
the
her.
fuck?
And then I got up, and I was like, are you okay, kitty? Are you okay? And then I got up, and I was like, oh, what am I doing here? Oh, shit, I'm about to lose. Time to block. And then I put the Legion Standard Bearer down. I was like, no, kidding. But yeah, I just couldn't recover from that after that. But I guess your invites were pretty dog shit, 9. No.
Yeah. See what happens, dude? You invited baby over me. This is the quality. This is the game quality of ACS, dude.
I invited
told
all
you,
the
baby.
washed out players.
Baby, I told you only got invited because of your white privilege. Because I saw no skills here today. To the IQ, dude, he's washed.
Dude, I also couldn't get like a single fucking bounty proc too. That kept pissing me off. I don't know. And I was in last game. I was like, okay, maybe I can take this if he doesn't have the one enough magic in the deck. Of course, I'm looking at it right now. So who do I play? Who do I play in losers though?
You're gonna be playing Luhek.
Oh gosh, that sucks.
One of the invites will be out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And,
at least one, if not all.
And we've got the semi-finalist in Pathtown already. So yeah, let's see how the lower bracket's gonna look like. Barbosa is gonna be playing diQ, and otherwise that's gonna be it.
Dude, that bounty proc right after I got enough magic was really annoying because I was trying to sneak lethal right there, and then maybe blink to last. Try to find a play in last. I don't know, man.
Well, sucks to lose, but someone's gotta lose, right? So yeah, I guess you're just not gonna get invited to ACS 3, man.
Unless
I hope you learned your lesson, 9.
Unless he comes back from the losers bracket, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then because of the format, you can just be in grand finals like you didn't even lose. Like it's just even.
Yeah, you see.
I mean, I think that's bullshit, but that's cool if I'm in it.
All right. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. It was pretty cool. Thanks for casting with me, guys, as well. And we'll see when we organize more games in the following days. Otherwise, yeah, I see Barbosa is already trying to speak with diQ to organize games for tomorrow, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you all have a great weekend, and I also hope that we get some more Moon Days posts from Valve.
I hope I'm in the beta.
Some news would be nice, you know.
Indeed.
Dude, the only actual like gameplay knowledge that we've gotten from these posts, besides just vague information, has been shit. Like the worst shit we could possibly.
Yeah, but we can't judge it yet because we haven't seen the cards. We haven't seen the new heroes or abilities.
Yeah, but the only dude, and all previous cards and strats. Dude, did that sentence not bother you guys? Like, come on.
I mean, that was expected, yeah. Like, are you
Didn't you expect that?
No, they should build off the game. Keep set 2, just make improvements, and like
change it completely.
fix a bunch of quality of life stuff, and not change the whole game completely.
Let's just hope it's
but they're changing it without the genius behind the game. That's the thing.
Come on.
They fired Richard Garfield, and then we're going to change the whole thing without him, outside of his vision. I mean, in what world is that going to be good? How could that be good? How could it be good? Scrap everything that the creative genius of the game.
I'll say it, dude.
Everything.
Fuck Richard Garfield. I'll fucking say it. Fuck that guy, dude.
Unnecessary. Jeez.
I mean, he's the guy who made the game you love the way it is. I'm just saying.
No, he didn't make Gwen.
Wow. He went there.
I mean, wasn't Gwen invented before the computer? Yeah, when they invented the calculator.
Good one, RTN. But I'm gonna say, dude, I'm never streaming Gwent again. Streaming it yesterday was fucking atrocious because I had assholes like Baby and Matt and who else? Box. Fuck Box too. They just come and calculate. Oh, you have more points. So interesting. Fuck you guys.
Damn.
Well, guys, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna leave you guys to it because I have dinner waiting for me. I'm super hungry. So yeah, thanks for playing, thanks for joining, and let's see. Maybe there's a match tomorrow, maybe not, but I'll notify you guys on socials. All right.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Hack said should have let NJ play.